Let us start with the Gayatri mantra. Gayatri, as I said in the day one, comes from two Sanskrit words. Gayah meaning pran, trayah meaning tran. Tran means to protect. The power that protects the pran is called Gayatri. And the mantra is dedicated to Bhagwan Surya, dedicated to feminine power of sun. So let us hope, pray, wish that with each word, vibration of each and every single shabd of this mantra, the energy of the rising sun is flowing through us. Gayatri mantra together. Om Bhur-Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodaya. In the subtle presence of Puj Gurudev and Vandaniya Mataji, let me start by introducing those who are seated on the dais. Our respected, most elder, senior and sincere member of our organization, Vice Chancellor Shri Sharad Pardhiji. He had been associated with the Gayatri Pariwar for last 35 years. Second generation, his father was also part of the Gayatri Pariwar, been with Gurudev since 1940s. And his son is also part of the Gayatri Pariwar. And they come from a family of architects. All the things that you see in this campus is actually designed by Sharad Pardhiji. So great respect to him. Then we have got a very dear member of our family, Carsten from Mannheim, Germany, if I spelled it correct. Yeah. Okay. He is also a very dear member of the family, a very famous person in his own faculty and own field. He comes from a discipline of leadership. And as I discussed yesterday, that in Bhagavad Gita, when Bhagavan Shri Krishna is defining yoga, he is saying yoga karmasu kaushalam. Yoga is the excellence of all actions. And that's why we have got people with so diverse background on the dais. We have got an architect sitting, then we have got an engineer sitting who is not working in the field of engineering, but in working in the field of creating leaders for tomorrow. Carsten O'Harman from Germany. Then we have got a very special, precious personality with us, Professor Pirag from Latvia. He is the head of the Medical Council of Latvia, an endocrinologist by profession, but have got such deep-rooted understanding of Indian culture that he is also part of the Center for Indic Studies in Latvia and the part of the University of Latvia. As you can see from his attire and appearance also, he is more Indian than most of us. So a warm welcome to Professor Pirag also. Now, setting up the theme for today's discussion. I would like to start by sharing a beautiful story of the Upanishads with you. A story comes in the Upanishad and it comes in 3 Upanishads. I don't know which one to choose, but a story is very beautiful. The story is of a young man called Shvetketu. Shvetketu was the son of a great sage, Aruni. And Shvetketu was a very talented young man. Very, very talented young man. Extraordinary. So he was sent to Varanasi to study Vedas. He was sent to Varanasi to do Adhyan. And he returned home at the tender age of 14. And he knew everything about the Vedas. He knew everything about the knowledge. And he accumulated all the information that he possibly could. And when he returned home, he was full of ego. He was full of pride for himself. He thought he knew everything. उसको बहुत घमंड अहंकार हो गया. उसके पिता ने सोचा, his father thought that his son needed to be taught a lesson of the life. That it's not only about the knowledge, it's about following the wisdom. It's not only about accumulating the information that anyone can do with the help of Google and Wikipedia, but that does not make you master. So he called him and he said that, son, now you know everything about Vedas, you know everything about Lord, you know everything about Bhagavan, you know everything about divine, but have you really felt the presence of divine? Do you have any experience of divine? And although Shvetketu was a man of pride, he was also a man of integrity. He was also a man of honesty. He said very honestly to his father that, yeah, I can cite every verse of Ved, I can cite every verse of ancient scriptures, but in full honesty, I have got no understanding. I don't know. I never experienced Bhagwan, I never experienced Lord, I never experienced divinity. I have got no idea. So Aruni said, do you want to feel it? And Shvetketu said, yes, I definitely would. So he got a glass of water and he got some sugar cubes. Then he took the sugar cubes and mixed them in the water. Shakkarli pani mein mila di. And then he asked to his son, where is the sugar now? And Shvetketu said, actually it is inside the water. I saw it happening in front of me, but I don't know where it is. He said, how would you know that it is inside the water? And Shvetketu said, I would taste the water. Then I would know. The sweetness of the water would tell me that the sugar is inside. मैं चख करके देखूंगा तो पता चलेगा कि पानी मीठा है, उससे पता चलेगा कि अंदर शक्कर है. Aruni said, same with the divine. Divine is every second, every atom of this planet. It's all around us. It's gelled around us like vayu, like air. It is outside us like air. It is inside us like prana. Neither we can see the vayu, air, nor we can see the prana, but we know it is there. Divine is all around us. But if you want to feel it, then you have to experience it. It's a science of experience, not a science of expression. He said it's not about talking about things. It's not about giving information. It's about feeling it. It's about perceiving it. It's about sensing it. And realizing that divine consciousness is inseparable and we are part of one and unified consciousness, Shvetketu famously uttered, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that divine. There is no other divine. I am part of the same consciousness. And that consciousness in every single cell of this planet. That consciousness is inseparable. That consciousness is beyond caste, creed, culture, geographical boundaries. That is everywhere. And that is the message of yoga. The message of the yoga that we are part of the same consciousness. And that consciousness cannot be broken. That consciousness cannot be separated. And the original ego, the original sin that we have created is by believing that I is different than the divine. Moment I had ego, I have to do something to satisfy my ego. I need power, I need position, I need money, I need prosperity, I need relationships to satisfy ego. Imagine for a second that you do not exist. Close your eye and think that you do not exist. There is no expectation. There is no aspirations. There is no desire. There is no fight. There is no strife. There is no struggle. There is nothing. It's all prevalent consciousness. And that is the message of the yoga. Yoga teaches us that we have to have the inner harmony. We have to have the inner balance. We have to have this contentment inside. Without that, all other pursuits are useless. We can try to satisfy it by any mean, but it's like trying to satisfy the fire with the ahutis. You cannot do it. You can only aggravate it. You put more ghee inside. You put more inflammable things inside and you're only going to aggravate the fire. So people think that if I can satisfy this desire, then maybe I would be satisfied. It's not like that. It's just going to give you another desire to chase for. And that is why the message of the yoga is the having harmony inside. I shall share another small story with you before introducing our speakers on the dais. And the reason I am giving this understanding so that we can relate to what they are going to talk about. Because they are going to talk about two diverse things. They are going to talk about two different ideologies. They are going to talk about two different philosophies. But it does not mean that we are talking about two different things. It only means that we are trying to find the link, bridge, interconnection between these two different themes. The another story that I will share with you is the story of Prince Shrotra. Shrotra was a prince at the time of Lord Buddha. And he was a so rich and spoiled prince that people say that he had a 7-story mansion all made up of gold. And when he heard the discourse of Lord Buddha, he became a monk. After becoming a monk, his life changed absolutely to the other side. So everyone would walk on the normal path and he would walk in the bushes. Everyone would eat the normal food, he would not eat for months and days. So his health started to decline. पूरा शरीर उसका खत्म होने लगा, भूख खत्म हो गई, शरीर की जो है स्वास्थ्य बिगड़ने लगा. Lord Buddha came to see him. Lord Buddha said that Shrotra, before you became a prince, you were also a good player of veena. Veena is like Indian guitar. So he said, you were also a good player of veena. And Shrota said, yes, Lord, I was. He said, if the strings of the veena are too tight, what would happen? Shrota said that, Bhagwan, music won't come. There would be no music. And he said, if the strings are too loose, बहुत ढीले हैं तार तो क्या होगा? He said, music won't come either. Lord Buddha said, to have music in the instrument, to have music in the veena, it needs to be adequately balanced. It should be genuinely balanced. It should be perfectly balanced. And same is with the life. You cannot tight it too much, you cannot lose it too much. It should not be either on this spectrum, it should not be on that spectrum. You should try to find the harmony inside. You should try to find balance inside. And moment you have got the balance inside, everything else becomes absolutely adequately poised. And that is the reason why we have got these sessions. The reason of these sessions is to learn from the experience of all these great souls, from their life's experience, from their area of expertise, but then to use that knowledge to find the balance inside. Then use that knowledge to find what really means to you, what can make your life meaningful, what can make your life more productive, what can make your life more with a beauty, with a music, with a balance inside. And that is why we have got speakers from 2 neighboring countries, or not really neighboring countries, but close countries, and with the 2 areas of expertise that I am sure that everyone here would really love to listen. So I would like to invite Carsten O'Harmon from Mannheim first. Thank you.